Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Jake Silver Show, episode 3. Now, I wanted to discuss something with you guys. And this has been a topic since the beginning of civilized societies. But I really had to make one thing clear. I'm sure most of you are already on the same page as me, but most millionaires and billionaires do not give a shit about you, okay? They don't care if you can pay your medical bills. They don't care if you can pay your rent. They don't care. The only thing that matters in their lives is if they can fuel their jets, their yachts, if they could get their assistant to schedule their wife's lip filler appointment. They're converting their chlorine pool to a saltwater pool. They don't give a shit about you, okay? So quit being fooled by them, okay? It's stupid. You look dumb, okay? And that goes for a lot of you, okay? So they don't have your best interest at heart. They don't lose sleep when one of their corporations fucks you over or causes one of your family members to get throat cancer. They don't care, okay? They don't give a shit. I just had to make that clear. With that being said, that also includes your favorite boy, Elon Musk. Elon Musk doesn't give a shit about you, okay? And the reason I say that is because this whole thing with Neuralink, another one of his startups, I don't know if you guys know this, but they recently just did their human trial with their brain chip. Apparently the project is called telepathy, and basically with just thinking about what you want to do, you can control this brain chip. And they've tested it on animals like pigs, goats, shit like that. And the FDA went ahead and approved that for human trial last year. You have fucking vitamins in your cabinet that you just took an hour ago that are not FDA approved. Your girlfriend or wife probably has makeup on right now that's not FDA approved. There are so many fucking normal things that do not have the FDA approved stamp, but the brain chip does. What could go wrong with a chip in your brain? You know? I don't see what could go wrong. I really fucking don't. I mean, a lot of you guys, millennials, boomers, they'll harp on the iPad kids. I mean, the generation 20 years from now, they're gonna be brain chip kids. You got your iPad kids. They're raised by iPads. These future children are going to be raised by their little brain chip. And it'll be far more advanced than just Project Telepathy. Okay? iPhones will be gone. iPads will be gone. Just the chip. That's all you'll need. Don't give into it, okay? Don't give into it. Even though you gotta wear a brain chip to get into the nightclub, do not fucking do it, okay? Keep the body pure, you know? It's gonna reject that chip anyway. Don't fucking do it, okay? Don't follow the herd. Trust me on this one. You'll thank me. So this project I think it's just expected to be complete in about 6 years or so. And who knows if they'll start another one in the meantime. But just for Project Telepathy, looking at about 6 years for them to gather their data on this guy. Who knows? His brain could get microwaved in 2 months from now. They probably won't tell us, but 6 years is what they're giving it. And no matter how cool you think his tweets are, no matter how much you like your Tesla, you can't trust Elon Musk, okay? And I think he even had a tweet that it said something about imagine what imagine if we were able to see what Stephen Hawking was thinking or something like that. Like if Stephen Hawking could have had a Neuralink chip, what would we have heard? These women are too old for me. When are we going to the island? I'm getting tired. Send the kids to my bedroom. No, fuck Stephen Hawking, okay? Elon Musk is the perpetuator in this. He is enhancing the globalist ability for a new world order, okay? And if you don't know what the new world order is, go get the fuck out of here. Do some research, okay? This brain chip is the beginning of synthetics merging with the human form. The manifestation of human genetics interweaving, becoming synonymous with technology. They just want it. They want it in you. They want to live forever, okay? They need it inside of them, okay? These people have a different God. They don't pray to the same God. They are dark, okay? And I know it's going to be amazing to run around in these smart cities in the future, but you're going to need the chip. You're going to need that little brain chip. Don't fucking do it, okay? Stick with your smartphone, okay? Who knows what a fucking brain chip. If you can control the chip by just your thoughts, who's not to say the next chip after Project Telepathy's finished? What about if the next chip controls your thoughts, okay? Now you think you're telling the chip what to do, but really, your thoughts aren't even your thoughts anymore. It's the fucking 10 terabyte chip in your brain firing off little neurons telling you how to live. Some of you were probably like that, huh? None of you watching, though. I know you got a real. We got a real one. We got a real one. White House Press Secretary Karen Jean-Pierre. I know you guys love her, right? Don't you just love her? You love anytime you see her. Gosh, she's amazing. White House Press Secretary Karen Jean-Pierre triggered outrage Monday after saying 3 U.S. troops killed by a weekend drone strike in Jordan had died, quote, fighting on behalf of the administration rather than America. Sounds a bit medieval times to me. Like you're fighting for the monarchy. The king, on behalf of the king, he is quite satisfied with your efforts. Like, I didn't know that's how we thanked our troops or thanked anyone dying or getting injured or serving in combat. On behalf of the administration, the president would like to thank you. No, it's isn't it on behalf of the United States of America? A Freudian slip. The troops aren't fighting for our country. They aren't fighting for you and I. They're fighting for this administration. And if you're on the front lines in the military, my condolences. I'm so sorry that you are under control of possibly one of the worst commanders in chief in history of this country. I mean, the Middle East, it's gotten bad over there. It's gotten really bad. It's not talked about a lot on mainstream news, but it has gotten bad. Um, there's been over 100 attacks, I'm pretty sure, just over the past month. Over 100 attacks by these Iran-based militia groups. Prior to Joe Biden getting into office, Iran was pretty fucked. They had nothing. These militant groups ran out of money. Excuse me. What old Joe do, though? Sent them some cash. Cash and credit. Sent them both. And this is what happens when you're funneling money, millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, into a country like Iran. And these militia groups are not just in Iran. They spread out once they got a little finance. Hence, Press Secretary Karen, I don't know if it's Karen or Karine Jean-Pierre saying, fighting on behalf of the administration, because the only reason there's even talks of a possible war breaking out in the Middle East is because of this administration. Good old Trumpito got nominated for Nobel Peace Prize for the peace in the Middle East deal, which I'm not the biggest fan of Jared Kushner, but that's another topic. He helped cook that deal up. But this entire situation has been cultivated by the current administration. So, hey, thanks for fighting on behalf of this administration. We appreciate your efforts. The king admires your efforts. This story is just another prime example. This next story is another prime example that rich people don't give a fuck about you. They look down on you. The more zeros in their bank account, most likely they look at other regular people like they're scum, they're pawns, or even worse, little roaches. They don't give a fuck about you, your feelings. They don't care what you're going through because they got bigger problems. Promise you that. They got way bigger problems than you fucking. Hurry up and make that latte, damn it. Hurry up and change that oil. Why haven't my sheets been changed? This is my second day here. Hurry the fuck up. This is why you're not a multi-millionaire. You don't work hard enough, okay? My father gave me a small loan of $1 million. But this story has a 64-year-old man named John Monroe, who's the vice president of hospitality sales and marketing at Sea Pines Resort in Hilton Head, is set to make his first court appearance next month after he was accused of slapping a 19-year-old hostess at a Walt Disney World Resort restaurant 3 times in the forehead while under the influence after she refused to seat him due to the restaurant's dress code. My boy did a few lines, probably crushed about 12 beers by noon, a few frozen peach margaritas by the pool, linked up with the boys, and wanted to go to this little ritzy, fancy little restaurant. And apparently he walked in swimming shorts and a t-shirt, some flip-flops. And rightfully so, the hostess was like, yo, get your boy. Get your boy, dog. Can't sit here. So apparently he was with a female and another couple. And initially he told the hostess, like, after she said he couldn't come in the restaurant, he couldn't dine there in that attire, he was like, all right, I'm going to sit. They were waiting for their table. So he was like, I'll wait with them and then, I'll head out. But once she went to seat them, he just started following them to the table. And that's when this 19-year-old hostess says, hey, like, no, I told you, you can't eat here. And then apparently one of the girls that was with him, she goes to the hostess. She's like, please don't allow him to sit with us. He's really drunk, underdressed. It's my birthday, and I'm embarrassed. It be your own folk. I mean, this guy's obviously an asshole, but how big of an asshole do you got to be when he's probably at least one of the guys paying for it, and she's just like, no, can you just don't let him join us, please? Can you not? He's really drunk. He's a bit rapey. Just met him. She probably already milked him for $100 in cocktails. Sea Pines Resort has placed him on administrative leave pending investigation. Can't sit at the fine dining restaurant, so he physically assaults the 19-year-old hostess. Apparently she's okay, though. She's not, I don't think she's pressing charges. I think he bailed out on like $1,000 bond or something. Some bullshit. But hopefully Sea Pines Resort fires this guy. The irony that he's the VP of hospitality. Just 3 times. 3 times on the forehead. Well, this is another interesting story. 2 brothers who kept a human sacrifice hit list of cops, judges, politicians, celebrities, and, quote, bankers scum were nabbed with an arsenal of homemade bombs and ghost guns in their family's Queens apartment. Shout out New York City. Greatest city in the world. Greatest city in the world. According to the New York Post, wannabe anarchist 39-year-old Andrew Hatzigelis and his 51-year-old brother Angelo were hit with a 130-count indictment after cops and federal agents seized a cache of weapons that included improvised explosive devices, body armor, and a collection of AR-15 style and 9mm ghost guns. America. And this is just these 2 guys in New York City. These aren't the only guys in New York City. Promises. I promise you. So some of their manifestos included wipe out the scum, wipe out the earth. And then another page with a written rant on it said, human sacrifices, permittable, but only for the corrupt rapists, pedophiles, murderers, politicians, and judges. The 2 brothers are due in court February 15th, and each faces up to 25 years in prison if convicted. Not all heroes wear capes. Free my boy Angelo. Angelo and Andrew. No, I mean, no, don't free him. I don't support that, guys. But we could definitely do with less corrupt rapists, pedophiles, murderers, politicians, and judges. All I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Not condoning their acts. Just saying we could do less. We could do with less of those. Who knows? These guys could be CIA. You know how sticky it get. I mean, sounds a bit CIA-ish to me, but who knows? They probably didn't do exactly what they were supposed to do, and then the CIA was like, send in the cops. Book them. This story's fucking hilarious. Austin city government apologizes after white employees are told do not attend meeting that was only for people of color. Bringing segregation back. We're so back, baby. We're so back. A January email obtained by Fox News Digital reveals Austin's Parks and Recreation Department's Equity and Inclusion Coordinator invited employees to attend anti-racist affinity spaces consisting of 2 separate trainings segregated by race as part of an equity and inclusion program. Nice. Now Tyrone and Kevin are going to hit it off in the coffee room, okay? Kevin's finally going to be able to properly talk about NFL football with Tyrone. It's going to be fluid. They're finally going to grab that beer after work. Maybe he'll get invited to the cookout. Who knows? Promotions all around. It says once a month we will meet up. The first hour and a half will be for fostering dialogue, and the last 30 minutes will be for networking. Nice. Promotions all around. This monthly space will offer folks the opportunities to gather and connect with other Parks and Recreation Department employees of color, share about our personal and professional experiences with racism, and learn about mentoring and job opportunities for professional development. This is critical race theory instilled into the workplace. Gosh. With the amount of homelessness in Austin, I mean, you'd think the Parks and Rec would be a little busy cleaning it up. Excuse me. But no. We're having segregated meetings with our staff in order to foster dialogue and network with people of color. Man, imagine being white and getting invited to the colored meeting. That'd be awkward, because apparently they're meeting in different places around the city once a month, 2 separate meetings. Imagine just pulling up to the black meeting like, oh shit, excuse me. Wow. Expect more of these, though. It's not going to be just Austin. Expect more critical race meetings. But moving on, our southern border's fucked, man. It's been fucked, but it's fucked. Congress is trying to get together a bill right now, immigration deal on what to do. You got states joining up with Texas. It's like 25 red states joining up with Texas. People sending state troopers down there, their National Guard. There's conspiracies online that there's going to be a civil war. I personally don't think it'll come to that, but it's getting real down there. It's getting real. Sources close to the current bipartisan immigration deal being worked on by members of the U.S. Senate in Washington says the deal could be struck as soon as next week. I'm pretty sure they have something together, and I think they're supposed to be voting on it by next week. But over the past weekend, President Joe Biden pushed for the deal, saying that if that bill were the law today, I'd shut down the border right now and fix it quickly. Okay, Joe. It's actually insane how politicized the wall at the southern border has become over the years. I mean, it used to be mostly a bipartisan issue, but the Democrats went from wanting a wall to tearing down the wall. After Trump wanted to finish it, they said, no, we can't do what Trump wanted. So it's only right that we halt any wall building. So now this is what we're dealing with. I mean, our southern border does neighbor Mexico. Not the safest country. I mean, outside of the resort towns, not the safest. Cartels. I mean, Christ, you can't even. You can't even go to the Mayan ruin sites right now because of gang violence. Facts. It's a fact. You have multiple Mayan ruin sites shut down, but just because of gang violence. And this is a country where you actually have people politicizing whether or not there should be a wall there. I mean, there's walls everywhere. I got walls. Keeps shit out. It's the United States of America. I've been to Mexico. There's is at least a 20 to 30-foot concrete wall inside of Mexico, just surrounding the limits of Cabo San Lucas. Just to get into that area, you have to go through a military guarded entry point. That's inside of Mexico, not even get into Mexico. Of course, you can just go into Mexico, but that's because it's shiesty. America, we need to level up. And that starts with some form of security, right? I mean, I don't know who, but people live down at the southern border in America. Put a door on it. I really don't see what the big fucking problem is. Fucking Washington. Hundreds of millions of dollars wasted on this topic just by talking about it. Not even by, not to include the money and man hours wasted on building and tearing it down and halting it, guarding it, funneling what the coyotes are bringing in, which is herds of people who, by the way, get more benefits than you. If you're a homeless American citizen, just leave the country and sneak back in at the southern border. You'll have a driver's license, a place to stay, and college tuition in a month. You're welcome. Something's got to give here, though. We got to do something. Fuck. Build the wall. Secure it. What's her name? Congresswoman Lauren Boebert. I don't know how to pronounce her fucking name. She wants to deploy alligators at the southern border. She wants a moat with alligators. Isn't that fucking gnarly? Something's got to happen, though. We need razor wire, cannons, archers, and a moat of alligators. Maybe a couple direct energy weapons. Oh, last episode I covered this crazy story. Remember about the 3 Kansas City Chiefs fans who died at that watch party at the guy's house in Missouri? When the police showed up, they found him asleep on his couch. For 2 days he slept while his friends had died and were just frozen corpses at that point because it was early January, cold as fuck. But they found him asleep. Apparently he was asleep in his underwear holding a wine glass and he had some headphones on, had those new Beats, remember? But autopsy's not done, but they have a toxicology report. Toxicology report says cocaine and other illegal drugs were reportedly found in the 3 men's system. Jordan Willis, the guy threw the party, the homeowner, he apparently checked himself into rehab. And the police, however, are still 100% not treating this as a homicide case. They don't suspect any foul play involved, but of course the families of the 3 deceased men think otherwise. One of the parents came out and said that she believes that They saw something they weren't supposed to, and foul play ensued. Apparently, this guy, Jordan Willis, is a scientist or something. They were probably all doing drugs. Who knows? Who knows if they saw something they weren't supposed to see? Weirdo scientists. Maybe one of them stumbled down into the basement at halftime and saw some bodies, or maybe he saw some gay shit. Who knows? Who knows? He could be pretty insecure. Who knows? But he didn't check himself into rehab until his 3 friends died. So who knows whether that's genuine or he's trying to paint a narrative, paint a picture of himself. Who knows? I'd like to see the autopsy report, but police say 100% not a homicide case. Very strange case indeed. Very unique. Keep an open mind. I would. But thank you for joining me on episode 3 of The Jake Silver Show. Have a good one.